You ever wonder how that fresh coffee, the one you need in the morning, just lands on your doorstep perfectly on time every single day? Well, it's not magic, right? It's actually a super sophisticated logistic network. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this whole urban engine, and we'll use Qatar's One Group as our blueprint to see exactly how a flawless delivery can become a brand's most powerful asset. Okay, so picture this. The first light hits the Doha skyline. Before most of us have even thought about hitting snooze, this complex ballet is already happening. Kitchens are fired up, shops are turning on their lights, and thousands of phones are all buzzing with that same hopeful little message. Your order is on its way. This is the city's heartbeat, really, the daily pulse of commerce and craving. But here's the thing. What might look like just a chaotic swarm of activity is actually the total opposite. It's this meticulously choreographed operation, a kind of hidden network that turns what could be total gridlock into just graceful efficiency. So this isn't just about moving packages around. It's like the invisible architecture that holds up the entire urban marketplace. And right at the heart of this daily challenge is a massive business problem. I mean, think about it. For any restaurant or online store, that final mile, getting the product to the customer, that's everything. It's not just a delivery, it's the moment of truth. It's where a brand's promise is either kept or it's broken. And that high-stakes gap is exactly where a specialized logistics partner has to step in. And that brings us right to our case study for today, One Group. See, they don't just see themselves as a delivery service. Oh no, they see themselves as a true logistics partner. Their whole model is built on three things you just can't compromise on. Speed, because let's be honest, nobody waits anymore. Responsibility, because every single package is a promise. And trust. That's the currency that makes it all work. They're not just moving goods, they're literally shouldering the reputation of other businesses. And this, right here, is the key. This is the belief that separates a simple courier from a strategic partner. It's this simple idea. The delivery is the brand experience. That final interaction at the doorstep, it can either reinforce or totally undo all the marketing, all the product development, everything that came before it. So a successful delivery isn't just the end of a sale. It's the beginning of loyalty. So, how in the world do you build a system that delivers that kind of trust on a massive scale day in and day out? Well, let's open up the blueprint and take a look at the core components that turn a simple delivery service into an absolute reliability machine. It all starts with the people. Every single rider is trained and verified, which turns them into professional brand ambassadors right at the customer's door. Then you've got the vehicles. The whole fleet is managed centrally, which optimizes every route for speed and for safety. And then there's this crucial third layer, the 24/7 support hub. It's like a mission control that sees problems before they happen and coordinates solutions in real time, making sure nothing, and I mean nothing, is left to chance. But look, a perfect system on paper means nothing without some real street-level smarts. The real competitive edge here comes from deep local expertise. Knowing which alleyways to take during rush hour, understanding the unique traffic patterns of each neighborhood. That's the human element that makes the system not just fast, but really smart. And that's an advantage that no algorithm can ever fully replicate. So what happens when you put this whole operational blueprint together with that deep local knowledge? The results are, well, they're tangible. We've seen the how, so now let's look at the real-world impact this has on the businesses who count on it. Okay, so this system really boils down into three core services. First, specialized support for the food delivery market, where every single minute matters. Second, they build and manage entire rider networks for other platforms, which lets them grow with the operational headache. And finally, they've mastered the notoriously difficult last mile, that final, most complex, and honestly most crucial step in getting a product into a customer's hands. And the ultimate proof? It's right here, in the partnerships they have. I mean, these aren't just any clients. These are the leaders of Qatar's delivery market. When giants like Talabat, Snoonu, Rafiq, and Kita trust your system with their customer experience, that is the highest vote of confidence you can possibly get in your reliability. This slide really highlights the fundamental shift in mindset. Look, any company can do the thing on the left, move a box from point A to point B. That's the task. But the real goal, the thing that builds lasting partnerships, is over there on the right. Actively helping a client grow. It's about seeing every single delivery as an opportunity to make another brand stronger. This one sentence just captures their entire philosophy, doesn't it? It's so much more than a tagline. It's a value proposition that completely reframes their role from just a service provider to an essential growth engine for every partner they work with. So where does a system like this go from here? The obvious answer is expansion, right? But for growth to actually be sustainable, it can't just be about putting more bikes on the road. It has to be about scaling up the core values that built that foundation of trust in the first place. These 4 values, they're basically the company's operating system. Every single decision gets filtered through this framework. Trust anchors every partnership. Speed is always balanced with responsibility. Teamwork is what drives the internal momentum. And growth is seen as a mutual goal, something that benefits both their own people and their clients. And ultimately, this is the journey they've laid out for themselves. It's about evolving from a company that just moves packages to becoming this deeply integrated network. And finally, being seen as a trusted partner who's absolutely essential to their client's success. So this leaves us with a final question to think about. We see the gleaming skyscrapers, the bustling storefronts, and we think that is the city. But maybe, just maybe, the true engine, the real heart of it all, is the invisible logistics network working tirelessly behind the scenes to connect every business to every customer, one reliable delivery at a time. If you want to see this logistics blueprint in action, or just connect with the team, all you have to do is scan the QR code on your screen. That'll take you right to the My One Group website.